Black Coffee with a Side of Tea starts now only on Stunner Radio.
Hey guys, happy Saturday, and we're back with Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. So we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Facebook. You can catch us live, or you can listen on the playback. The playback is always better because you can hear us in your ear.
Definitely. And you can go back and keep watching us, and you can rewind the part with Lisa the Boss Lady on it, because you want to see
every time.
Exactly. You can listen to us over and over and over and over and over again. So we're going to do a sister check-in. Ladies, who wants to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. It's your girl Zoe. Hey y'all, my week has been good. I'm child free, so I've been very productive.
Okay.
Very productive. Do you hear me? Everything you can think of, I've done it.
Okay. Come on now, you did everything.
Everything. Enrolled back in school.
Okay.
Everything, ma'am. Everything.
Oh,
Everything.
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
So yes.
And keep it going. So Lisa the Boss Lady had a productive week as well.
Okay.
I called myself gonna do a checklist. I bought a calendar and everything, and I'm starting to write in it, and it starts in September.
It
can work out. So I just started writing it on regular paper, but I'm starting to make it a habit of, writing a checklist and getting things done. So it's still a productive week, and it's been a great week.
Yeah. And what about you, T baby?
With the T.
Come on.
It's been a good week. Again, of course, it's almost close to fall. It's when the semester starts.
You sound so sad.
Right, close to fall.
It's been a dead campus for quite a while because of COVID, and so had a couple of birthdays to celebrate this past week.
Okay, birthday.
Cancer season. I like cancers. We get along great.
Okay, Cancer.
Cancers are awesome because I'm half of Cancer.
Okay, half Cancer. Okay, half Cancer.
We're awesome people. People in your world.
Well, Cancer women are awesome.
Okay, Cancer women. I don't know a lot of Cancers.
Awesome.
Okay.
They add to your life.
Okay, spice it up there, T baby.
Too much sauce, right? Okay. Well, I'm here for it.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm here for all of it.
So we're gonna do a sister chicken check-in with Miss Jamie Lynn.
Hey, Miss Jamie Lynn. Hey.
I'm gonna need you to get all the way in the camera and all the way in the mic.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You in trouble. You in trouble. Come on, tell
Come on.
How your week was. Yes, ma'am. We can see you.
And we are live, so you either piss or get off the pot.
You are live.
Talk about.
I mean, I'm wonderful.
Okay.
Everybody is welcome at the Black Coffee table.
Right.
You don't have no reason to be
It's
shy.
okay.
We welcome you all. Warm welcome.
Warm welcome.
Yeah, I'm a Libra.
Okay, Libra.
Okay, come through, Libra.
Yeah,
October.
Libra make it do what it do.
Okay. Oh, September. Okay.
Libras try to act like they are low key. Oh, I'm just in the background. Oh no, don't mind me. I don't want to be seen. But
That's the opposite.
yes,
Right.
put that spotlight on them, and they will shine.
Okay.
Yeah, all the Libras out there.
Okay, Miss. Okay.
So we did a sister check-in. Everybody still good?
I'm good.
I'm good.
So we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna come back.
If you're looking for healthy meal prep, family-style meals, or catering for your next event, look no further than the East Traveling Square Kitchen with Chef Square, Alan Phillips, specializing in soul food, family-style dining, and southern flavor. Chef Square can adhere to dietary needs like keto and bariatric meal prep without compromising on taste. Take advantage of weekly meal plans like the Starter Pack, 5 meals for $75 with 3 entree choices. Additional meal plans and contact-free delivery is available. Contact Chef Square of the East Traveling Square Kitchen today at 832-495-8836 and tell them Stunner Radio sent you.
Just talk, just like
we are back. Welcome back to Black Coffee with a Side of
tea.
Y'all, I be waiting for this tea every week. I know I'm nosy.
Me too.
It's okay.
I think it's a Pisces thing.
You know, pretty Pisces, we nosy. But yeah, I'll be waiting all week for this.
That too.
Yes, nosy and
a little
gossip. But
just a little.
Girl, that's what we do.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. We like, girl, what happened on the weekend?
Give me the tea. I need the tea.
And who else you about to meet when you go out again?
Yes.
Hello.
The numbers stay coming.
Well,
Okay.
You know, you ain't tell me about that.
Okay.
You should already know.
I mean,
Missed
when
that
you're
one.
single, the numbers should always be
That goes
coming.
without saying.
Hello? When you're single, the numbers should stay plentiful.
And shout out
when
to
you
you.
married, there should never be any numbers.
No,
that's right.
But then there's a
We're touching a different subject now. Wait a minute, time out, rewind.
Yeah, there's never any numbers because everywhere I go, we're together. But I mean, that's not exciting for me. So it's exciting for me to hear about it from you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is great.
That's good tea.
Yeah.
That's good tea.
Well, I say, God, so everybody talked about what kind of week that we had, and we're waiting for the juicy tea because I definitely want to hear about it. We're gonna hear about it later after we hear from our guest, Cindy. She's on her way. But guys, have you been watching the news?
Yeah.
yeah.
The Galleria.
The Galleria. That is crazy. We talked about it, previously on Lisa Dene Live, but I want to stress to you guys how important it is for us to start being more careful, caring for ourselves, caring for people around us, and just be vigilant. Be
Absolutely.
vigilant. Because how do you think that played out when he just started shooting and everything like that?
All those kids that were hiding in the back of
Yes.
the Disney store. That was a lot. That was a lot. I couldn't imagine being in the Galleria with my child in that moment.
Right.
And it makes me just not want to go anywhere. Like, I don't like to get out. I still do grocery pick up at Walmart. But right, it makes me not want to go anywhere, even though everything is opening back up. It makes me
So my sisters live in Dallas.
Okay.
And when the thing happened with the aquarium, my older sister texts me like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" And then this morning my other sister texts me about the Galleria, and I'm like, y'all have to call and check on me all the way in Houston just to make sure I'm okay and safe. Like that's sad. That's so sad.
That's very sad. And it's crazy that it's all happening like right here close to
It's too close to home.
It seems like every week is a new
Something
shooting.
different.
It's
Something
new.
different.
The road rage it's what
Ridiculous.
so I'm driving extra slow.
Right.
You leave it
For yourself and others.
Yeah, that's cool. That makes me mad.
You gotta leave before time.
You ain't gonna hear me.
I think people need to get on the bus, and that's cannabis.
Right.
Shout out to you, Lisa Bonet.
You know what? My pack is loud. I'm just like,
I know that's right.
So, because I just be cruising, you cut me off. Go ahead, baby. You
Right.
It's okay.
Right. You go ahead.
Yeah.
Cause you on that bus.
Yeah.
I'm on the bus.
I definitely do that. Whether I chew a gummy or not. When somebody passes, you need to get there. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hope you
baby.
get there safe.
It's okay. Be careful.
Make it.
Yes.
Be careful.
Exactly. I don't do it anymore. Now, if somebody's going slow in front of me and I'm in a rush, then I definitely will curse in the car where no one can hear me. But I'm not going to make no hand gestures. I'm not going to act stupid.
Yeah, because
What you mean you're the opposite?
I'm
You
the
rage.
opposite, love. I return the same energy I receive.
Uh-huh.
So if you're throwing your hands out the window, we both.
It's whatever, fam. It's whatever.
Mhm.
We gonna make it do what it do. And on the free, I literally had an encounter on Post Oak as I'm exiting in my own lane, and the guy tried to slow down, stop. He didn't know where he was going. He kept signaling, and so I just tapped the horn like, "Hey, what's up?" He decides to pull on the side of me. So you don't want to meet me? Just meet the 3-8. What was it that you needed? Because you're about
You need to
get it.
back up.
Because
I'm
my
with
child,
all that.
Right.
All that
My
too.
child is in the back seat. So right now, I'm not even about any talk. I'm all about action.
I'm with all that.
Right.
Right.
Right. That's it.
Say
Period. Yeah, no, for
And I did
real.
not do that until I started seeing road rage
Yeah.
on these highways.
Right.
Yet
Yeah.
they're pushing in the state of Texas gun laws.
Yeah.
You're able to have your
Yep.
weapon, and that's the increase of the crime.
I
Right
think
there.
it's a setup.
Yeah.
It is
Major
a
setup. It's a major setup.
Let them eliminate themselves.
Mhm.
If y'all can recall that statement,
Mhm.
and I'll just leave it right there.
First of all, let's take away their little unemployment because they done got it too long. We need to
Right,
go back to work.
exactly.
Mhm.
We're gonna take away the unemployment, even though the federal government's still giving it.
Yeah.
We're
Right.
gonna tell them keep it. We don't need it.
Right.
Instead of worrying about the people who do need it. And we're gonna say, oh, go ahead and get a gun. It's okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you didn't use half your money on your gun.
Mhm.
Your unemployment
Oh,
you
yeah.
didn't use on your gun
Oh,
because
yeah.
that, you know,
The
they
gun law.
still evicting people because they can't pay their rent. 'Cause
and
they don't
so
have
if
a
you
job.
can't pay your rent and you can't get hired and there's no unemployment, what's the next step?
You're going to start
Then
robbing
you gonna rob with the
I'm
gun
gonna
that
be
you
with my,
bought with the
baby, the
yeah.
380. Yes.
Yes.
That's all you can do. Get up. You know?
And that's why it's almost the murder capital.
Right. This is sad.
That's why.
But it makes you want to do like Jamie and just be strapped up at all times.
Absolutely.
Because
Because if
they-
you think about it, you don't want to be running. Because you're
Not even that. That person might have had a gun too.
You
Right.
have,
Yeah.
and his friend was sitting there
Well, we don't shoot from.
leaning.
And ask questions later. So I don't give a damn.
We're sort of restless.
Yeah, later.
Yeah, that is so crazy. Yeah, the
Mhm.
is really
Look.
bad. A young man actually he's 17 years old and he's in the hospital right now.
Oh no, he
because of
died.
He
Oh,
died?
Took him off life support.
Yeah, he
Oh, my
passed.
God.
And that's the sad part is that him and his family had just had a great outing at a baseball game, and somebody decided to get mad and shoot to his family's car, and he was shot in the head. And so that's the sad part is you don't think about the detriment when you have this anger because somebody cut you off on the road.
Yep.
We're all trying to get to a destination. If you leave on time, or if you make
Take your
precautions-
time.
yeah, take your time, and make precautions to get where you need to get, then you won't have no problems about if somebody cut you off or if somebody got
Yep.
over driving too slow because you left on time.
Y'all stay safe out here in these
But I
Houston
think
streets.
it's deeper. It's a deeper issue because a lot of people are dealing with mental health issues.
Mm-hmm. And it's not being taken care of.
Yeah, because people have mental health issues that didn't have them before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but everybody have experienced the increased anxiety
Absolutely.
since the pandemic.
Absolutely.
And so, you
The
know, that can lead
isolation.
to,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. You were stuck in the house and they basically telling you
The
you can't
kid.
do this, you can't do that.
I've experienced it with kids. I took my son to swimming lessons, and it was a little boy in there. He started hyperventilating in the water, screaming like because it was other people around. This is when the pandemic had just ended and everything started opening back up. He's freaking out in the water, and he has a swimming pool.
But I think too that people don't realize the kids have been affected.
They have been
big time.
affected.
You
Mhm.
know, when you go from coming home from school and playing outside with your friends every day to not going outside at all for a whole year.
Not even talking to your
Not even
friends or being
talking
able
to
to
your-
see their
Now that
face.
the world is opening up again, we're all planning.
Yep.
And things of that nature.
And then they wonder why the kids are struggling in school because they're experiencing mental health issues that they never had before either. So,
Yep.
Right.
anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, y'all,
I think that
live every day like it's your last.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And you know what? That's what it's taught us.
Love everyone. Keep the animosity
To a
out
minimum.
of your communications and dealings with people. And a lot of times your personal opinion of others is just that. And sometimes it's best to just keep that to yourself. And the aggressiveness, I'm serious.
I
A lot of
know.
I agree with that.
I
too.
believe you. I
Do
know.
not want to interact, engage. It keeps you isolated.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know what the next person been through.
That's
Right.
I mean, so you might be cutting them off and you think, oh, get over it. I just
That's
cut you
right.
off. You don't know what their day was like. You don't know what their
That's
week was
exactly.
like.
Yep. Or what just happened to them. You don't know anything.
I always teach my kids that because you never know that what you say could be the reason why somebody jumps off a bridge because they
Mhm.
took everything else,
Literally.
Right.
and you didn't say that one thing and they're like, okay, let me just end it
Tip
off.
them over.
I mean, and you know, I said last time you said that, well, they was going to jump anyway.
Right.
They're
They
not going to be responsible for their choices.
Oh my
But at the
God.
same time, when I think about it a little deeper, you're right. You don't know. You know, you could be the person to keep them off the ledge.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just as easy to be that person to keep them off that ledge as it is to be that person that pushes them.
Mm-hmm.
It is not hard to smile. It is not hard to be nice or say something nice to someone. It's not. Right. And I think the main reason why we think that it is because of our perception and how we choose to look at things.
It's hard when people are dealing with other issues, though. And Absolutely. I think that's what I mean by we have to examine people's mental health. Because when people are dealing with anxiety, depression, you know, mourning and grieving the loss of a job or a loved one or an income, that's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. But that's what I think. That's what I mean when I say perception. I had this conversation with several people. Chef Square is a glass half empty person. He is big glass half empty person. But if I teach you how to change your perception just a little bit, then it can help you to see things differently and move more productively. Mm-hmm. Now, is it easy? No, it's a process, because anything that you do, any habit that you have to break, you have to replace it with a new habit, and you have to do it at least 21 days, right, to change it. So, but it can absolutely happen. And like I say, we choose our own happiness. We choose our own destiny. And if we choose to remain miserable and upset and hurt from something that happened, instead of looking at it as a blessing, which I know I am a Pollyanna type chick, but anybody can do that. You know, like when I became Lisa the Boss Lady in your face, Lisa the Boss Lady, I had to go through 10 months isolated by myself, crying and hurting, and no friends, no man, no, just by myself. And when I came out of that,
Lisa the Boss Lady.
I came out Lisa the Boss Lady, right?
In your face.
And I never said, well, I regret that this happened because of this pain. I never said that. I said, well, if I didn't have to go through that pain, then I wouldn't be Lisa the Boss Lady in your face. Right. And that's how I choose to see it. Like COVID, I have 8 businesses. Every time they gave a stimmy, I started 2 businesses. I don't look at COVID as a disaster. I look at it as a blessing and an eye opener to move forward. People that died are not a blessing, but the opportunities that were presented is.
Right. That's it. Exactly. I agree with that. Because you have to get healing. You have to heal yourself first before you can be able to give the love to someone else. So if you're unhappy, you can be happy around other people.
Right.
So that's part of it.
You have to fix yourself first.
Right. Some of us don't even know we're not unhappy. Mm-hmm. Some of us don't even realize it. Some of us don't realize that we're sad, that we're depressed. Some of us don't.
Because we're not present.
And that goes back to not dealing with your mental health.
Right. Because when you start to check out and you're just going through the motions of life, you're right. You cannot even know you're depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You cannot even know you're sad.
Right.
You cannot even know because
it's
you're just
something
going through
wrong.
the motions. Clock in at work, clock out. Go home, cook dinner, deal with the kids, deal with the man, and you're just not present though. You're just like going through the motions. But I think if we practice being present, it's a lot of things that we would not let ride
and change.
A lot of things we would deal with.
Yes. And what you said, practice
being present.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think we as women, we run the world, we rule the world, we shape the world. We have to demand that people that we deal with be present with us. Because you know when you're talking to somebody, you could tell they on their phone,
not paying no mind.
I'm gonna need you to be present,
right?
Because my time is not just run of the mill. Okay, do not, my time is valuable. You don't understand you're in the presence of greatness. So I'm right? Recognize
hello,
like a regular degular. So I say that for every last one of y'all sitting here, because when we realize our power as women, especially beautiful Black queens that we are, you realize your power, you can shape the world. But you have to demand that people be present with you. Don't let nobody play in your face. Don't let nobody just come and act like they half listen to you. No. Well, what did I just say?
Tell me what I said.
My kids really get mad when I say that.
Yeah, what did
I just say?
That's the one right there.
Mama heard you.
That's me too. That's me too. And what did I say? What did I say? Did you hear me? Did you hear me?
Because
they tell
what
me
we say goes in one ear and out the other.
Absolutely.
They have devalued us so long that our voice is not as loud as everybody else's. That's why these Karens are throwing temper tantrums, because they're like, oh, Black people are relevant now?
Oh, they're paying attention? Oh.
We've been relevant for a long time.
They came over to Africa for our relevance.
Right.
Okay, and brought us over here. So many of you understand they made a cross the world trip for this.
Right? Y'all was already
ready.
here. Y'all was already here, but they had to go get something else.
They
Okay.
wanted the exotic mess because you was regular smuggling.
Yes.
You was regular.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's it. You know, excellence. We are excellence, and we have to walk in it.
Absolutely.
We have to walk in our power. We have to walk in our pride. We have to walk in our strength. And you know, it begins with you. It begins with you making sure that you're okay, and you know, checking on yourself, and not thinking that that is something wrong with mental health. Not that there's something wrong with if you have mental health issues, getting help for that.
Right.
You know, in the Black community, we have a big problem with that. We have a really big problem with that. When I first found out that I was bipolar, I was told that I was crazy, that I was retarded, that I was stupid, all of those things by my husband at the time. And I'm
Girl, I thought you was talking about.
No, of course not.
Damn it, where you? No, you did. Girl, I was already ready.
Oh no, my husband at the time, and it taught me to lead with that. I learned how to lead with that. Hey, you know what? I have bipolar 2 disorder. It means, and you know, it taught me how to do that because people are so quick to judge, and people are so quick to say, "Oh, she bipolar, they bipolar," when in reality they're childish and immature and not diagnosed with a real disorder.
Oh yeah, because people use it as a joke.
They do, and for someone who is, and I say it all the time, I'm bipolar and I don't act like that because nobody knew that until I said it.
Right, exactly.
And I got help for it, and I had no shame in getting help for it. I was proactive with my help because I don't want for it to be an issue. Because when you're sitting here and you check out, and all of a sudden, snap, you ready to throw things and hit things and do things, and it's real.
What's it mean to be bipolar?
1 second, I'm high,
But your lip
I'm
is
high for
shaking.
like 3 days, but then I'll low for 12.
Right.
That's how it goes. I'll be just high, just on a manic high, happy for like 3 days.
And it's like nonstop.
And then you have manic depressive. So if you are a manic depressive individual, you have high and low episodes, and they call it mania. It's because your mental mindset is unstable,
up and down,
you're all over the place, and your mind races. And they give you medication to sedate, and you sleep, and it allows your mind to regroup. And if you're just depressed, then they may give you a medication to lift your mood, like a stimulant. And it lifts your mood and it keeps you from being so draggy and down in the dump. It just depends on the diagnosis of depression that you have. But to say that it's very generational with your mental instability, it's generational because you have elderly people who were not accepting to the fact of
this disease.
I'm not thinking straight, or they, like you said, I'm crazy. But no, you're not crazy. You're just depressed. You're not feeling well. You want to lay down. So people never think that I'm tired. I sleep all the time. I'm tired. No, you may be depressed.
Right.
So I think it's generational, and it's people's inability to accept the diagnosis, to accept the reality that, hey, you may be depressed. And it's not the failure of a relationship. It's not just you didn't pass a class, or it could be, I don't like the current set of my life. I live in an apartment and I feel like I should be in this huge, nice home. And why am I 38 and I don't have a home? And I'm still in an apartment. So in your back of your mind, you have that, and you're not really dealing with it. So you're there in that mindset in the back of your mind as you go through daily life. And every time somebody around you experiences a come up, or what they call a come up, but really something they worked hard for over the years and have planned for, you see that as a strike against you. Because in the back of your mind, that's where I should be. Why am I not there? So you feel depressed and you say, I'm just going to go lay down. When really, don't go lay down. Really put that energy into
being better.
Exactly.
Or get help. Get help.
Get help.
Sometimes just talking.
Yeah, I think therapy is big for Black people. Black people need to get into therapy because I think a lot of Black people deal with anxiety and don't know it. Don't know it.
But not even just anxiety. A lot of people deal with depression and don't know it. A lot of people deal with other things and are not aware that this is what's really going on with you. Because for me, for example, I got a life coach, baby. I had to find somebody to talk to. I need some help. Because as I get older, I'm starting to see things and acknowledge things that I do want to change. I want things to be different, especially teaching my child. Right. Different things from what I have, different things from what I have learned.
And let's publicize winning for other Black women. Let's publicize and let's promote being grateful and being happy for the next Black woman and not being envious and not feeling like, threatened by another successful Black woman. You have all of us sitting at this table. I don't feel threatened. I feel encouraged. I feel enlightened. Yes. I feel like I'm in a sisterhood. I feel like these are sisters and we all have different walks of life. And I appreciate that. That's I don't want to tear it down.
That's how we're supposed to be.
People do that. They attack you.
And that's how we're supposed to feel. That's why they have put so much time and effort into making us feel like we're competitors. Because if we feel like competitors, we will never get that true power of this my sister. I gotta push her. I gotta lift her up, and then she gonna lift me up. If we get that down pat, we will be unstoppable. Because I think what you're saying is like when you see somebody else rise and make you feel some type of way, well, it really should make you happy.
It should encourage you.
Also, if you're not rising, you should just be happy that you're still here. Because it takes a lot of courage to just get out the bed in the morning. I mean, I think we don't give ourselves enough credit. Being a Black woman is not easy. No. Just getting out the bed, just facing another day, just getting back up after you've been knocked down so many times, it's hard.
Yes.
Absolutely. So we need to celebrate even just being here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely. And I'm making my business to clap for the next Black woman. I'm making my business to clap for the next person, period, because you never know if you're the only person telling that person congratulations. Right. And congratulations means a lot. It means a lot. And I know for a fact that I don't know if I have issues with that, but when somebody tells me congratulations or somebody says I'm proud of you, I'm glad you did this, that makes me feel better than actually doing it. It makes me feel better than the actual accomplishment when somebody says, oh, I'm so proud of you. Oh, congratulations.
They've acknowledged you.
Exactly. And so you could be that
support system. Just nonchalant.
It could be a simple share on social media and say congrats to this queen. Just that, and it means a lot. And we need to practice doing that. And I make sure that I do it. But it's like some people even attack me for that.
For needing to hear it?
No, for sharing everybody's accomplishments. Oh, you thank everybody your friend.
It doesn't have to
It's not about that. Yeah, it's not about that. It's not about that.
Somebody winning. Yeah. And I'm like you, Lisa. I do that all the time. If I see another black sister and I see her rising and I see her shining, I share what she's doing. If I see her going live, I step into the live and say, "Hey, you're doing good. I'm proud of you." That you're just encouraging somebody, and it doesn't mean you're trying to be their friend. You're not trying to. You ain't being and say, "Girl, we gonna be friends." For me,
I just want to give you your kudos. I see you. I see what you're doing.
What's wrong with that?
But being friendly is an insult now. It's an insult now. Right.
Yeah, because you got your own best friend. Somebody got their own best friend around you.
Oh,
that was not even a slang. I'm sorry.
Hashtag best friend.
Oh my God! On that note, we're gonna take a quick break and come back.
Sorry.
To our special guest. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Now that the world is opening up again, we're all planning events and get-togethers, but choosing the right caterer for your event can be a full-time job. Don't stress, just contact Jet Catering Services and they will take care of all your needs and allow you to focus on your guests. No matter the occasion or budget, Jet Catering Services can make your event memorable and your guests will be amazed. Visit www.jetcateringservice.com for more information and tell them Stunner Radio sent you.
And we're back. Welcome back, guys. We're here with our special guest, Cindy Foreman.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, girl. And she has her company called Inspirational Foods, correct?
Ooh.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us
We are
about your
inspired by
business.
food.
Right. We
Love
I know.
food.
It's a lot. I had a lot going on today.
Starve it to death.
we live for the sample.
I know.
You have samples?
Not today. I gotta make it up.
Thought I got lucky.
You guys.
We're always here every
So-
Saturday.
At
What
2.
makes your food inspirational?
Because like it come from the heart. It come from the soul.
Okay, so
So I see some of your dishes that you create. Tell me what makes you think of those things, because some of them are a little different.
I watch a lot of cooking shows. So some of them I get from some people, and some of them I'm like, well, I can make it different, in my own way, because everybody makes stuff different.
yeah.
Right.
So it's just, it could be like to the seasonings or something different that they use and it tastes different. So,
Yeah, you just mix it up with your own personal stuff.
right, and different stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I
what's
saw
your-
one dish that you had. It was like a pasta dish, and it had two different kind of meats that I can't remember what it was, but I kept going back and looking at it.
The shrimp, like shrimp, spinach, and pasta or something like
No,
that. I be making different stuff all the time.
It was another one. I think it was it pork?
I
It
don't
was
eat
some
pork.
kind of pasta, but it was two different meats that I would not have thought to use. It was last week, I think.
You're making me hungry.
I know.
Chicken and sausage, probably.
I was looking at it and it was so interesting to me. But I'm gonna go back on your page and I'm gonna remind you of it. But that's what made me ask you that, because it was completely different than a pasta dish that I had previously seen anywhere. I had never seen the way that it was combined. The
you have
pasta
to
dish
show
that
me
you
that
had. But another thing that catch my attention, and I remember this. The banana pudding.
Right.
Tell me how you make the banana pudding
Oh,
that you did not bring me.
Oh,
Me either. I was looking for a
I
sample.
mean,
do you use real custard or do you use box custard?
both.
Use both. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was just something different that you did with it. I couldn't remember.
Yes,
you
it's
told
something
me.
different that I use. I don't want to share that. Just
Okay.
Secret.
Okay, secret recipe. All
yeah.
right.
So you can't get everybody a recipe because then they ain't gonna want to, try your stuff.
Right. We're not
So,
gonna let you make you share the Krabby Patty formula today.
We're not gonna sponge about it right now.
Not plankton.
We're not gonna plankton you.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite dish to make?
I'm a seafood eater, so I eat a lot of seafood. And back to the banana pudding though. But I like banana pudding, but I don't like bananas in it.
I know that's right.
I don't like bananas in mine either.
So this new way,
That's mushy.
I'll make it for people who want it, but
Oh yeah, girl, I'm gonna have to
I
come
put
find
strawberries
you.
in it,
Oh.
and
I'm gonna have to
it's-
come find you.
It's
different.
It's
Okay.
bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't like bananas
I'm
in
finna
mine.
plankton
I know
you.
that's weird.
I use a banana extract
Mhm.
for flavoring to make it taste like it got bananas in it, so I don't have to use bananas. So it's like, oh, it tastes,
Like banana, yeah.
right.
That is different, and
Mhm.
the strawberry is definitely different.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next time she makes them, let's hope that she includes us, because the last time she did.
Oh my
It ain't gonna let you live it down.
Right.
God. Right.
Just saying, because we like food.
Right. So tell us about your seafood dish.
Yeah, I like a lot of seafood dishes, and like every time I go somewhere, it's like I don't want to keep eating like the same seafood, like the same, like try it with something different. So every time I do something, I try a different way so that it'll be different. And most of the times, like I hate when I make something one time because it's like, man, it'd be good, and I don't remember like.
Which
I don't remember what I did. I just whipped up some stuff together, or I'll watch like two different or a lot of videos, and then I'll take something from each of something and I put it all together with mine, and just make it all something different, and it'd be really good.
So there's not anything that you have that you continually make over and over again that's just your favorite dish to make?
You know how you have a lot of stuff like you like to make, but then what can I say? Making it in a big bulk that like, hey, like when you make something that's small, it's good, but you know how like if you have to make it a large, it might taste different. So I only make stuff that I know, like, okay,
It's
if I make
portioned.
it, right,
Mhm.
because I don't know if it's gonna come out the same if I have to make it,
Stretch it more.
if I have to stretch it more.
Mhm.
And when I was doing my first pop-up shop, I was like, well, what's something I know I could do that's quick and that I know I could just whatever. So everybody was telling me just do pasta, and I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
cool. And so that's just my main dish for right now. But I'm working on some other stuff right now. It's just the timing and stuff like that. So I'm trying to I'm trying to do different stuff that I know I could make a lot of, and you know, just because I'm tired of making pasta. So you know,
that's right.
I know that's something different. I mean, that's something that's like quick and easy. Like, hey, you know, you gotta do for a party or wedding or whatever, and a lot of people just do set because that's easy.
Mhm.
So it still take a long time too.
Mhm.
So yeah,
So do you do meal prep as well?
I'm working on that. A lot of people ask me that too. Yeah,
How long have you been in business?
not that long. I've been cooking for a long time, but in business, I want to say almost a year. That I've been doing stuff, but I want to say in actually.
Well, congratulations, almost a year anniversary.
Right.
Right.
So I'm very proud of you, you know, for stepping out there, because I
Thank
know
you.
you talked about it before.
A long time.
Yes.
And I just didn't. I was
You
like,
did.
it was like Corona. It's like I might as well after, you know, I need to put it because everybody been telling me like for the longest, like, and I was like, what's holding me back? And it was just, it's not the fact that a lot of things, a lot of people seeing us, but you don't see it into yourself, and you gotta like. I was like, I'm never gonna know if I don't
Try.
Mm-hmm. And so, and then my first time, like I've been getting a lot of, you know, good feedback, and I've been getting a lot of right. So,
And that motivates you.
right.
It make
I
you
know
go
I
harder.
it's just that push. You know how you can do it for somebody else, but when it's time to do it for yourself, I feel like why is
That's
it so
like,
hard?
Mhm.
how many times have you gone to a state fair or a carnival and you've gotten a turkey leg and they just wrap it and you go, and it's just normal. And so had they had that thought process, it would be no turkey leg cut. Right?
Right.
So
Right.
don't look at your business, and I'm not saying you do, but don't ever put disaster in your situation where there is none. Always have a positive outlook and a positive mindset about it, because yeah, you're making pasta, but who's to say you're making pasta?
Right.
Well, I love pasta.
And
Exactly.
a lot of people just whip
So
up stuff
it ain't your
together.
pasta that they
And-
putting together. So
right.
that stuff got good ingredients. So
Right. It's its
make
own.
my
You
sauce.
have your own.
I make my sauce from scratch.
see,
See, yeah.
So,
And what you do with your sauce is going to be different than what somebody else does
Mhm.
with their sauce.
Right.
And like a lot of people are on this, oh, they stole my idea, oh, they stole this from me or whatever. But what the difference is you. Whatever
Right.
they stole from you, they can't replicate the you in it.
Mhm.
So
Right.
it's still going to be different. And I love pasta, so please don't don't get down on pasta.
And the banana pudding with no banana.
Right. No banana part. So I do love banana pudding. I will definitely try. I would like to try it. You know, because last time you made it, you supposed to tell me, but you know.
try with the strawberries.
Mhm.
I didn't know, I thought I was
Definitely.
the only one who did that. So now I'm ready to try yours.
That's definitely super different.
And a lot of people food that you eat, and I be like tasting, I'm like, I know
I
can
could have
do
did that better. Right.
I was like, I know I
I
can.
could
I'm
have
like,
did that.
But
I
the
make
key to
food better than
business,
this.
what
So,
people think
right.
the key to business, it's just like being a singer. It's 10% talent.
Mhm.
It's 90% business.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not like KFC got the best chicken. We know they don't, but they got the
Right.
best business plan.
Mhm.
Or
Right.
Popeyes, whoever. It's about your business structure, your business plan. It's not so much about the product,
Mhm.
because you got people who have the best pie in the world. Ain't nobody tasted it but them and their family.
Mhm.
So if you don't have the business set and the business structure, it doesn't matter how good your food is.
Mhm.
And I think that's where people fail. Because they're like, I do hair the best, but you don't have no marketing, you don't know promotions, you don't know how to structure your business
too. So don't nobody want to
that part. You don't know how to provide customer service.
Right.
You're not proactive in your business. You think all the customers just gonna fall out the sky.
You don't get the one style.
Yeah.
You need to know do multiple styles.
Yes.
Multiple.
And consistency.
Mhm.
She said 3 years. She's been doing. So many people think they're gonna be a millionaire in a year, and when they don't, it's like, oh, my business failed. You failed. Keep going. Just keep
Right. Keep going.
Keep getting up every day and doing something different and market your business.
Yeah.
And have your family is your marketing tool.
Right.
I don't think many people know that Amazon started in the 70s.
You did?
Most people don't know that. People
I did
feel
not
like it
know
just
that.
popped up over. No, it's a long time in the making. So that's why it's successful. But people not ready to really put in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years to see that first million.
They want it.
They think it's supposed to come in the first year.
Microwave. They want it. It's instant gratification. They're gonna wake up and be a successful business. That's not no.
I know how
I don't
it
know
take a long time. I
Yeah, a
know.
lot of people do think that, and the society has created that microwave mentality. And what people fail to take into consideration with this little microwave mentality is that we have worked in corporate America, some of us for 20 and 30 years, and we have yet to make $1 million. But these companies that I'm gonna just speak for mine. The travel business, multi-level marketing, period, has set free a lot of people in 3 to 5 years. And we can't do 3 to 5 years. Oh, wow, that's too much. But we worked for 20 and 30 and not get that same opportunity.
Or you could be with a deadbeat for 15 years.
That's true. That's true.
What you got to show for it but 3 babies?
Sometimes that's
Goodbye.
Oh.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Sometimes it is the environment. You have to be very selective on who you share your vision with, because some people with that negative draining energy, and they're in that circle, and you're not going to get anything positive out of a negative. It's just not going to happen. So you can market your tool all day, but if you got a negative person that refuses to share, refuses to encourage, where are you going?
Nowhere.
Relationship.
You're stagnant.
You're in friendship and whomever else it is you're sharing that vision with, and you want to make sure that when you share that vision, you eloquate that vision. You affirm that this is my business, this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm going to do. And here is why I'm sharing it with you today.
Right.
Because I want you to be a part of this expected growth. And I want you to understand that I have high expectations of how my business is going to turn out.
Right.
Not, I was thinking about, no, I didn't think about it. I thought it through, and here it is. Right. And this is why I'm talking about it at all, because it's done. Mentally, I've cooked that and I'm done.
And this is where we are.
Share this, right?
You know what they say in dominoes, you study long, you study wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why I say with you, that's good. You stepped out, you've been cooking, you know what you're doing, you marketing, you getting yourself out there. And I'm already ready to try your good.
Me too.
The only thing I'm not good at is like the whole like marketing thing, but like my friends and family help me with that, because I'm more of the behind the scenes person and doing all of that.
Your business can't progress that way.
I
You
know.
absolutely have to put yourself out there, even if it's you eating your own food.
Mhm.
When we were at the steakhouse, we took several pictures. Do that with your food.
Right.
Tell me where I can
do
follow
that.
you.
I do
Tell me
that.
where I can follow you, and I'll follow you. And I'll post you and share you. You know,
Right,
girl, that's
right.
word of mouth. Word of mouth is everything.
I do dinners, and I know me personally, the place that I work at, we like to eat, and we don't get a lot of time for lunch. So if you can bring a big pan of pasta and we all put in on it, hey,
Right.
That's a win.
I do that on a consistent basis now for my friend for her school. I do that way. I do that now.
Well, you're at Stunner Radio now, so all is well. All is well. Trust and believe.
Oh yeah,
Boss Up Boot Camp.
Absolutely, the Boss Up Boot Camp. I did speak with you about the Boss Up Boot Camp, but it helps you with those types of things.
Right.
That is what it's for. What it's for is people that don't have a business and want to start a business. We're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to tell you some tips. We're going to tell you some, tricks of the trade. We're going to teach you marketing. We're going to teach you sales. We're going to teach you etiquette. We're going to teach you all of those things. If you are a business owner, if you want to be a business owner, you need to be in that place. Don't ever think that you can know too much and that you don't need a training. You need the Boss Up Boot Camp, period. We have Lisa Dene that's speaking. We have Jacorian Burks that's speaking. We have LaFlower Bowie that's speaking. And we have the power coach, Madeline Alexander, as our mistress of ceremony. And if you can't get something out of those people, you had stoppers in your ears. Because I promise you, it's you will not walk out of that building the same as the way you walked in. I can assure you. And I'm speaking as well. And my main focus is business confidence. And anybody can take 5 nuggets out of what each person has to say. So that's 20 nuggets. If you can't push your business to the next level with 20 nuggets, then that's okay. You can register for a personal session with Lisa the Boss Lady for it's $100 for the Boss Up registration. So you go to the boot camp, you get your lunch, you go to the vendor show, and then you schedule a consultation with Lisa the Boss Lady, and I can help you get there. But that's definitely what it's all for. I really, really hope to see you there because I really feel like it could benefit you. It's going to be on September the 18th. It's at the Reverse Center, and we have general admission starting at $50. So that general admission is just a ticket to the conference and as well as lunch. So you're able to attend it and you're able to attend the vendor show.
So tell us how we can follow you so we can see all this wonderful food that we didn't get to
I
taste
post
today.
a lot on my page. I haven't made me another page yet, or Instagram, or everything is on. I'm working on that.
You don't need one.
But they say a lot of stuff come on you get a lot of following and stuff on Instagram.
You do.
So, but I have my Facebook is Queen Jen Unreplaceable.
Okay.
So,
Okay, yes, sis, we got some work to do. We're gonna help you out because you need a business, page,
Right.
and then you do need Instagram. But we're gonna be right back after these messages about the Boss Up Boot Camp.
Are you looking for ways to take your business to the next level? Well, Houston, we have a solution. The Boss Up Boot Camp is here to help you level up. Join Lisa the Boss Lady and her amazing roster of speakers that will give you the inside scoop on turning your side hustle into multiple streams of income. This is your year to level up, but don't delay. Register now before it's sold out. Visit www.lisathebosslady.com to register for this event and for more information. That's Lisa, LYSA, bosslady.com. Remember, you got to be in it to win it. So register today. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
Oh my. Hey, this is Tea Baby, and I'm coming to you with a side of tea, that tea that you discuss in the comfort of your home, that side of juicy tea. And we're back. So we got juicy tea for this week. So we're going to talk about Erica Mena and Safari. They consistently
It's a bad.
in the news. It's like they
can't get out of it.
Get paid by Instagram.
They probably
Go and cut them a check because they stay in social media.
They really getting divorced?
Absolutely.
We don't ever know.
I heard
Like at one moment they're getting divorced, and then the next moment they're in each other's faces.
But they're
But-
pregnant.
It doesn't matter.
they already had a baby.
She just had the baby. She just had the
On the
baby.
balcony in Jamaica, she sat in the
Yes.
ICU with
Right.
Yes,
Right.
in the ICU.
With
and
his
she
new
went
boo.
home and burned over $50,000 worth of his clothing, and he filed
Yes,
a
ma'am.
document in court
Mm-hmm.
stating she was going against the court order.
Damaged over
Wow.
$50,000 worth of his his stuff, his property.
Right, exactly.
Well, my thing is, what did she expect when she married him? But I will say this: she has matured since she got married because they were both the same.
But this is my thing.
They were the same.
Safari chased after Erica though.
Yeah.
He went looking for Erica Mena. He went after that woman
But
constantly.
They were the same.
It don't matter. She tried to stay away from that man on that spooky show, whatever it was.
Right.
She told him, "No, Safari, it's too much. I already know your type. You're just like me." No.
And they were.
She said
And
she
they-
Drive the
was.
merchandise.
But it was because it was how he persuaded her. It was how he constantly pursued her.
He did, and I believed him.
I did too. I really believed him. I
Right.
thought he was going.
Yes.
I thought he was going to do the right
I
thing.
did.
I did.
I mean, now it's like the old Safari, the old childish,
Mhm.
you know,
Right.
that
Right.
he
It was
was.
there. The childish Safari was there. Did
It's
you
been there the
forget
whole
when he
time.
Yeah, it never went away.
That during the pregnancy,
What?
he didn't know she
I
was
don't
gonna
really
get that
believe he
big.
said that.
Yeah.
He said that, and they were on national TV when he said that. He
Yep.
said, and so why would you go have a second baby? He was unattracted to you after the first baby, and he stated that to you.
Right.
To your
Verbally,
face.
and it came out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You actually took time to perch your lips up enough to state to me that I'm too fat after I just had a whole human being come out of my body.
Right.
That you
That you put in
impregnated
there.
with.
Right.
That you wanted. You wanted this baby.
I'm watching Love and Hip Hop currently,
Right.
and it's on currently that she is unhappy and that she like you can see the mature Erica Mena, you know,
Mhm.
on here.
Because
And
the
I
old,
was surprised. I didn't even know who she was. I was
Right.
like,
because the old one would have told
Yeah.
them.
But I can only imagine her mental state.
yeah, but
I can only imagine. Yeah, I can only imagine what she's going through. Now you have two babies, two little
She
babies.
found out that she was
He
pregnant.
already told
He didn't want
Right, but you have two under 5.
That's right.
And when she found out, it was
That's
like,
a lot. Two
horrible.
little kids, two little babies in diapers.
And
Hell
it's
yeah,
like
that's a problem for me.
life. Your son, your oldest son, daddy could care less.
Hmm.
And long as you kept the baby out of the media before she filmed, they had that understanding, and you lived a carefree, beautiful life.
Mhm.
And you.
Let's
It was
address
no
that, though.
problem.
Like, let's address how many times do it take for your life to be derailed by a man before you realize?
Honey, several.
it's
shouldn't take
enough for
several,
different.
but-
It's sad to say. It's sad to say,
several times.
Yeah.
but it's true.
Yes,
You have to. It seems like we have to get knocked down a few times to get back up and be able to be on the right track.
I got knocked down 5 times where I started all over from the bottom from scratch.
5.
5.
I think it depends on the person, but I think it also, it's like our community changed. When we were young, you had Big Mama, you had Grandmama, you had all these people you can go talk to, and they wasn't getting on the phone telling your business.
Right.
Now it's like you scared to tell anybody.
Yeah.
Your grandma
Because they messy.
Well, they
They
were
messy.
talking to each other,
Right.
but they weren't necessarily talking to the whole neighborhood
And the whole family.
Everybody.
And they weren't typing it on social media.
It's
Like,
Putting you out on Instagram, on
Screenshot your text
Facebook.
message.
Right.
Well,
Girl,
girl,
this
say
is
what
what
she
she
said, 'cause
Girl, this is what she going through.
Oh, that's
Right.
so petty.
Show me the receipts mentality.
Yes.
Sweetie, if you got time to show me the receipts, you had time to call me directly so I could come in and make my grand entrance.
That part.
I want to come in
And show
because I
my
wanna
ass.
Show up while they're there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show my ass.
Yeah, clearly you need to see my ass.
Uh-huh. Today is the day.
But you know what, that's different too, because when our grandparents would have been appalled
Hello.
at our behavior, they would not have accepted.
For one, they would have
Flabbergasted.
What's wrong with you? Brain damage?
What's
my
going on?
nana said- My nana would have said that. My nana would have got
already
that
know.
spoon.
No, your teeth would have been on the floor. Pick that shit up off that floor. Pick your
You
teeth
know, the
up.
main thing is, what did he do to his last girl?
Hmm.
Oh, but you thought he wasn't gonna do it to you.
No, we have that bad.
We got
have
that bad.
So
if,
bad.
if the man already got a child he ain't taking care of, but we'll still have a baby with him.
Right.
And then get mad. Or if he cheated on the last one, well, he ain't gonna cheat on me. Based on
Yes,
what?
he is.
That brings us to Tiana and G Herbo,
Okay, what's
And
going on
Ari.
with them?
Okay, Tiana.
because she was dating G Herbo.
Mm-hmm.
And Ari's baby was in the intensive care unit, and she was laid up with this girl's man, knowing they were still technically
Yep.
together.
G Herbo. So it go money back. Yeah.
So now they had, money
Money Yo's girlfriend. Her baby daddy.
/ fiance, the one that's currently on bond. And the reason they gave him bond is because he supposedly got engaged and needs to be there for her high risk delivery. But the reason, and so she cheated with that man and fooled around with him. And when Ari gave birth to her baby and the baby was in ICU, they fooling around living their best life. Well, he decides while she at home with the newborn baby, he's going to go to his baby's mother's birthday party. And he did, as you should, because you didn't just have a baby. He wanted to go out and live his best life. So he did. And she blocked him on social media because she was mad he went to his baby's mother's party.
But then,
and that's very toxic.
But he went back on there.
He can't have a friendly relationship with the mother of his kid. You overstepping your boundary, and it's a birthday party that her man gave her and showered her with gifts. I might add.
But what you need to be there for though? It ain't your child birthday.
Right, but they don't. But they both were. But they both. It was a celebrity birthday party, and they both were just at the kid's birthday party, like it was no problem. So if we all,
but if I'm in ICU, I'm happy to see you at your baby mom's birthday party.
No.
But he said that's not why she blocked him.
Okay for her and him to be on vacation while she was in ICU with her babies. And he said
she was mad about something else. That's not why she blocked him.
Yeah, they wasn't even broken up officially. And he was on vacation in Italy with Taina while she was there at the hospital with the baby in NICU. Oh yeah, the shade is real. And so is what they call it, karma.
That's all that was. That was straight karma.
Y'all, karma comes back so fast these days. You know, when you say what goes around comes around, it take a long time to come around. Oh, it's coming really quick.
Yeah, that's just why Danny Lay is having the baby's baby.
Yes.
No, I don't believe that.
Had her baby shower. Had her baby shower
with her family. Okay, her whole family, grandpa and all them. Don't play. The girl that sang "Easy" with Chris Brown. She was just dating the baby. Dominican.
She was keeping that pregnancy on the hush until she couldn't hush it no more.
Because she big.
I guarantee you it is.
I know it's his baby.
Well, I ain't mad at her because I robbed the cradle. The baby fine. I ain't mad at her. Let me get a chance. I can't get pregnant. I don't want to be your mama, but I'll be your sugar mama. Baby got something going on.
Yeah, the baby fine.
Yeah, he got something about
all them little ignorant words. Every
time.
That accent make it out.
Right.
Y'all, this is what I live for, the GCT. I love the gossip. I love all of it.
Right.
And I'm so happy that Love and Hip Hop came back on this Monday.
I know, Ratchet Mondays.
And that's why I first saw the Erica Mena and Safari thing. That's why I first saw that they were having problems, because she was saying that she was, feeling a certain type of way, but the way she was handling it, she was even being quiet. She was yelling at him. I was like, what?
Right.
I was proud of her because of
it shows.
Previously when she was on New York, she was
all in your face, throwing a drink, throwing hands.
But that's Erica Mena.
Yeah.
But this is Erica. This is Erica
2.0.
What just happened with her ex that they just shared on Jason Unlocked?
He was in Jamaica and he was sleeping with the I forgot her name, but they were sleeping together in the islands. No.
You talking about Sin?
Girl, she had a whole Instagram account bashing Sin and forgot that she had all them negative comments out there about Sin Santana, and changed that baby's the thing to her son's handle on IG and started uploading her son pictures, and that's how they found out was Erica Mena. And I don't know if you remember a long time ago on Love and Hip Hop, they was talking about that individual talking crap, and she called herself consoling Sin and all this kind of stuff. But really, it's you.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It was her.
She's toxic. And she's trying to change her
and all you
ways.
see is this little beautiful, precious little boy she just gave birth to. His handle, his picture on the page, and then as you go to the previous comments about saying it's all on there, so you knew it was.
It's Erica
Mena.
To
delete all them comments you made.
Stupid.
She deactivated her page.
You should.
She should be embarrassed. She should be embarrassed.
I feel like Erica. She was out there, but I definitely commend for her growth. But I don't know what to say about Safari, but except that
I'm very disappointed.
That what he is what he has always been. He didn't grow up.
I'm just disappointed in him.
I'm very disappointed too. And they made a really beautiful couple. They made beautiful babies.
Them
I'm
kids
saying
cost money.
See, we be looking at the wrong things.
Right. Them kids cost
Our
money.
kids is cute. We make pretty babies.
He's crazy.
But he's crazy as I don't know what.
I didn't realize these kids was gonna be a lot of.
I heard.
It was the whole bachelor party. It was the whole bachelor
It's gonna
party.
be this much work. I don't want no more. And she was already pregnant. She was
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to tell him she was pregnant.
Exactly. He
Well, what
told
you mean you didn't pay attention to your mama raising you?
Clearly not.
Well, you
He's
know, we
very
make
selfish.
things look easy.
He's very
We
selfish.
do.
We make things look very
Spoiled.
He's spoiled and
No, I give
Spoiled.
you the reality, sir.
Get up and do it yourself. Come on
you
here.
know, I tell my kids the reality of everything. And I tell them, like, now that they are adults, I definitely tell them, I made it look easy to you. This is what I did.
Yeah, but it's
This
not
is
easy.
why it looks that way. Because I didn't want you to worry. I wanted you to be a kid. But you are an adult now, and this is what you have to do. I know you don't like it. I'm sorry. Do it anyway.
Right.
I did.
End of that.
Right.
That's it.
Who?
I don't have anything else to tell you. You're upset. You have 24 hours to mourn your decision, and then you need to wake up and boss up. I'm gonna wake up in the morning and I will check on you then.
Great pep talk.
Get them
Got a
straight.
military household over
Okay.
there.
Salute.
They don't live with me, and I want to keep it that way.
Okay.
Absolutely. Get up, baby. You
Go ahead.
You
Call
getting
me.
up for work?
Call me.
Okay.
Are you
Make sure
okay?
go every
Mentally?
day.
You're
Right.
fine. All
Monday
right.
through Friday.
6:30.
Great pep talk.
No call-ins. Okay.
No call, no show.
calling in.
Don't do that.
Don't be late. If you're 15 minutes early, then you're on time. That's it. And then I think that we need to do that. We definitely need to do that so that we're not creating these safaris out here, and we're not creating these other microwave society believers, these entitled little brats. Basically, is what we are creating.
Well, Nick Cannon is just gonna drop all his sperm off and all
That's what
these
I'm
women.
saying.
So I don't think it really makes a
I was
difference.
trying to understand that.
He said he has leukemia, so this is why he dropping kids off.
So you want to have
Oh,
12
it's
kids?
lupus?
So you want 12
Oh,
disciples by 12 different women?
That's a lot of kids.
He has a lot of kids.
That's why he's not wrapping anything up because he said he's gonna die anyway.
So you're gonna leave these kids abandoned.
But we can't just put that on the man because you
That's
have
what
to
I'm about to
also
say.
put the accountability
On the woman.
women who
They say
open
he
up
gives
their
them an
legs.
ultimatum and they okay with it.
No, you're not. I'm
Long as-
not okay with an
long as
ultimatum.
Absolutely
they don't
not.
have to work. I'm
But
Absolutely not.
Where is the problem? Where do the problem lie?
Technical foul on the play, the
Right.
whole play.
If everybody's in agreement that they want to bring a child into
Exactly.
the world with this
I
man,
don't see nothing
he got
wrong
the
with what
money
he
for
doing.
it. He's gonna set them up. They not as long as they paperwork in order. What's the problem?
I feel like
You're
that's
leaving-
He's having sex with all these women unprotected. You having sex
But
with
that's their
But
more
decision.
they got medical insurance. I'm sure they can go get
I'm
checked
sure
and make
they
sure
can
everybody's healthy.
So
You
you're
know how
gonna
many
you're
people
gonna
have
That
sex
shit
without
nasty.
condoms with broke low lives every day?
you're
Say
gonna
that.
knowingly leave a
Say that.
baby
Who
without a
just
father?
was in the closet
Right.
with Steve.
Period.
Oh,
About
not
to
with
say,
Steve.
You was having sex with me last week, and now you with Susan.
Now you
No.
trying to holler, boy, bye.
We out there.
At least
Oh.
Steve got health insurance.
My heart hurting. It's
This is
hurting.
true. This
There
is
you go.
health insurance. You can make sure you clean, make sure everybody good. You know, let's go and do the blood test.
And some people do that. Some people do that. That could be. I mean, they could very well have that agreement where everybody
He
just go get
does.
checked. They could absolutely do that.
That's what he said.
My issue
So what's the
He
problem?
did.
is leaving a child here without a father because knowingly that's what you're doing because you have leukemia.
Well,
But
no,
that's
Right.
not.
It's lupus?
And
but
then
I think
secondly-
it just spends enough
But
time.
that's like
But
if
it's
you
just
go
like
out tomorrow
anything
and
else.
get hit by a train, your kids left without a mother.
How would you know
But
that?
did you knowingly do that?
But
he
let's
doesn't know
let's
it when he
just
doesn't
When
know
he's
gonna
gonna,
die.
yeah,
I
he
think
doesn't
that's the
know.
He
problem
may not
with
die at all.
our society. We feel like everybody should have everything that we think they should have.
Right.
A lot of people grew up without a father. They good.
Mhm.
A lot of people grew up without a mother. They good. They might not be the best, but some people grew up with both, and they still stole
They
off.
messed all the way
They
up.
still stole off because mom and daddy.
They
both
the
was
worst
crazy.
one.
So what difference does it make if he's
Right.
gonna provide financially for the children and he's gonna treat their mother well? That's the thing we should be worried about more than
Right.
anything.
That's
And all
right.
these
And
women
it's
know
like
about
you
each
do.
other, so
Yeah, and they taking nice pictures, all of them.
and he's present.
Yes,
and
and
with
with
him,
him.
present.
Yes.
So
Yes.
really, a lot of them getting more than people in marriages is getting.
That's true.
Absolutely.
That is definitely true.
I don't want to be in no entanglement, so they can keep that shit to
they can
themselves.
They can keep it, but
He's
I think
openly
you know.
single. It's not an entanglement. He's openly
There
single,
it
and he
is.
makes it very clear
Oh.
that he is not settling down. And I have a stepmother who's had lupus for over the past 15, 20 years. She's had that, and she's still alive and ticking and well. So it's not to say he may not
Mhm.
ever die. they might grow old and have their dad. So I don't think he should stipulate that based on
Yeah.
the diagnosis.
Right.
And people are quick to judge other people, and that's the problem with today. Keep your business intact. Whatever these people doing in their house, if it worked for them, let that house
Mhm.
go.
Right.
Quit dibbing and dabbing in other
that's
people's
right.
houses. That's why their houses get tore down.
That's
That's why a lot of
Mhm.
women are divorced.
Yep.
That's why a lot of children don't have fathers in the home because mama listening to grandma, and grandma shouldn't have no say so on what's going on in this house where daddy pay the bills.
I know that's
Let's
right.
keep it real.
That's
Or
definitely.
he
You gotta
wasn't the
learn how
daddy
to
when you
keep
laid
these
with
men-
him.
Preach.
Allow these men to be men and quit letting your mother tell you how to treat a man and let a man show your children how a man should be treated.
Mhm.
But
That's the
also,
problem.
you got to know who
Masculine
you
mentality.
having babies with.
That's true.
You gotta know who you lay with.
Are not fathers material.
That's
Right?
right.
Some people not husband material. Some people not father material.
That's
Some
right.
women is not mother material.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
you have seen people and you be like, she didn't need no kids.
Period.
Right.
She did not need no kid. The same with men. You just got to know who you
lay with. Mhm.
Absolutely.
Clearly, he's part of the process. I don't see a problem with it.
No,
It wouldn't be something I would do.
Okay.
No.
But at the same time, I don't see a
Absolutely
problem with it. Now, if it was
I'm
somebody
absolutely on
different,
board.
it was somebody
You're
different
on
in that
board.
canon, and they approached me with it, and I could have babies.
I just,
I'd be
I,
down for the ride.
I could be his friend.
I'm
I
on
can-
board.
I'll be his
I
friend, but I don't want him to
okay
take
with
care of
having a whole child with Nick Cannon. I would definitely do it.
Mm-mm.
I would do it, but not with Nick Cannon. Now, if Idris Elba became a baby.
Now you say you get to talk about somebody else. Now we like, yeah.
Girl, I'm not trying to break up nothing. I just want my time. I'm
You're gonna
giving
be a
15
sister wife.
minutes. Maybe on this beautiful place.
Uh-huh.
He got with that one after the first one cheated and had the baby that wasn't his, and he had to get the paternity test at the advice of a close friend.
Hmm.
You know, he had a whole nother relationship.
I remember that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yes.
She told Idris, first of all,
What?
anyway, she cheated and had been cheating for years.
And she was a little thick,
And
too.
she had a baby, and his friend came and had a conversation with him that sparked him to get a paternity test, and the baby wasn't his. And he
Now,
was
that's the
very
light-skinned
sad.
lady, right? The
Yes.
light-skinned lady?
And now the more melanated woman has had hers, and she's more respectable of herself and what a good man is.
Well, he
You know,
married
attractive
her.
man.
Yeah, he married
And
her.
baby, they is settled down, period.
And that's kind
And
of
he
like
takes her
his fault,
everywhere.
too.
Yeah, they have a podcast
If you're not
together.
married, you not. If you're not married, you single.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All these people are, I'm single, I'm single, I'm single. Yeah, if
they-
you're not married.
You single. What you put on your paperwork?
The
Married, single, or divorced?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what about this Neo thing? Where he goes and has babies with his new wife when he made her his ex-wife
Hmm.
get her tubes tied because
Right.
He didn't make her, she got it done herself.
She did get it done herself, but she said that like
Good
she
for
showed
him.
a document that they agreed that she would get her tubes tied.
But that
because he
was
didn't
a
want to
choice.
what?
You didn't have to
I
do
just-
that.
Yeah, you didn't have to do that.
My
That
thing
was
is,
the-
if I don't wanna do that, I'm not doing
mad
that.
about that.
It's her choice. She didn't have to go lay down.
That's what I'm saying.
Not only
She's
that,
upset.
it's the man's choice to have babies with who he want to.
Right.
He already had with you. He know he don't want no more with you.
That's it. Ain't nothing
Now
else
he
we need
wants
to
some
talk
more with
about.
Somebody else.
That's on him.
That's like John Cena with the twin that he was dating, the twin wrestler. He was dating her for years and told her he absolutely didn't want no children. And within 6 to 8 months of the woman he with now, he wants children and to settle down.
Because it's a different woman.
It's a different
I
woman.
think people be stuck on
Different results
stupid.
That's right.
It's like, you know, when I was young, having babies by different daddies was a big no-no. Like,
Mhm.
but then when I became an adult, I said, why would I want to have another baby with a deadbeat?
Period.
If I already know you a deadbeat, yes, my kids gonna have a different daddy because I can't have no more with you.
No, Debbie.
So, you know, I
But
feel
I
like
don't-
that's your choice. You have
It
the
was-
babies who you choose to have them with.
It
Mhm.
was her choice. She should not. I don't think that she should have agreed to tie her tubes
Absolutely
and then be
not.
upset later on because he had babies with someone else. I would not have tied my tubes. But that kind of just leaves me to think, okay, well, he didn't want to have any more children with me, but clearly he wanted to still have sex with me. I suggest you go to Target.
My thing is this. Sometimes we are not in reality.
Or
Right.
Anthony.
What's wrong with that? I don't want to have no more children with you, but I want to hit it. What's wrong with that?
It's
Exactly.
nothing wrong.
Hey, I don't see nothing wrong with it because at the end of the day, if I know what type of person you are and I've seen it, experienced it, and dealt with that, fuck no.
Exactly, and I ain't mad.
I'm not doing. I'm just not about to put myself through that.
But
Absolutely
see, I
not.
just think that no woman should ever let a man be any part of the decision making with a permanent decision with your body.
Your body. That's right.
No
Exactly.
woman should ever do that.
Mhm.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
you
That's
did
what
that,
I'm
that's
saying.
your bad.
Right. And now
Yeah.
you won't have to live with it because
Mhm.
that's
You
your
can't be
Because
mad.
you tied your
It's
two.
reversible.
Right.
It's reversible. But so it's
But
a
you are-
vasectomy.
But it doesn't always work. But it's just
Right.
like with women who get butt implants or breast implants because of what one man wants. And then the next man feel like, oh, I don't really like that. Can you boy bye. I'm not doing nothing permanent to my body for no man.
That's right.
Or woman. For nobody.
Exactly.
I think that's the lesson there.
Right.
Yes.
That was what I was saying. And own choices for your body and how you want to look, how you want.
But don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't feel like she had the right to blame
she
that
definitely
man.
like came out and like was lashing out on him because of that. Yeah.
Oh, clout chaser.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like Gary Owen's wife.
She was forgot about.
That's all. She was just.
I never knew about her.
She was irrelevant. She was irrelevant.
Exactly. Like I didn't know who Gary Owen's wife was until this. I didn't know who she was.
I knew who she was.
Yeah. I did not know. I knew her name was Kenya. That's all.
Collard greens, so I knew when they had that divorce, she was gonna do the food. She looked like she'll do the food. Like she's straight from the hood.
Like she went for opportunity.
Then she said they spending our money. She's spending our money. You taking her on trips with our money. Baby, I didn't see you on no sitcom, no stand-up comedy. This man that did.
I was very much a dictator to him.
Yes, that's what he do with her. She's still trying to do it now. You're trying to tell him how he could spend his money. Wait, I don't mind you taking on a vacation, but why did you have to take her?
Yes.
Maybe if I take her to the moon,
I don't care where.
And then you're on social
Who
media
said to the moon? Not the moon.
about your husband, your ex-husband with y'all's money. He ain't said a word.
And your
He
kids
didn't
not getting no
badmouth
younger.
Nothing.
And
He
your
ain't
children
said
not
nothing.
getting no younger. And that's gonna stay on. That's public propriety. When you
And
put
he
that on
took
social
it.
media, that they can use it however
It's
they
public.
want.
And he
Your
took her older
children,
kid. His last name is
Yes.
Owen. Her older kid that she had when she met him. His last name is Owen. He's been taking care of that grown child
Right.
the whole time.
Good man.
And you're gonna. This is what you want to say about this man, and it's
Well, we
easy.
don't know the whole story.
You don't, but it's easy for.
We definitely don't.
I heard Gary Owens talk about his wife. He talked about her with so much love.
He did.
So much encouragement. He
did
really
all the
loved his
time.
wife.
But
And
let me just play the devil's advocate for a
I
minute.
mean, we don't know. He might have
I done been with a
cheated on her,
toxic man before who talked about me like I was Queen Elizabeth. But came home and treated me like crap.
That's true.
So I mean, they are out there.
Had one of those.
Everybody like, oh, your husband love you. That's all he do is talk about you. Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You're not at home
with the
when
ones
he
with the money
come
because they
home.
feel like it's their power.
That's right.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, y'all know we over time.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We way over time.
Uh-oh.
But there's no Love for How radio show today. So I just want to deal with one more issue before we end, y'all. I want to talk about gossip. Like, why do women gossip? Why do we talk about other people? And why it's not a bad thing.
Okay.
Girl, go, you know it's on you.
She can't even hold it.
You know it's on you.
Listen,
I just text me and be like,
no.
what you doing, girl?
I
It
have
ain't
some
nothing important. I just got some gossip. And I be like, ooh, let me free myself.
Hold on.
That's not like us.
And the thing is, it's like the text that Lisa gets. That's the text that Lisa gets. Because I know that when I have that conversation with Lisa, it's me and Lisa, and it's not me, Lisa, and 32,000 other people, you know, and I do like to gossip. I do, but I make sure I have learned the hard way to gossip to someone I could trust, because I don't want people's information getting out. Not just that, but what I heard may not be what's true. And I know that for a fact as well. I've heard rumors about myself and was appalled at what I did. So, what I do, and so I read this book, and it was, I can't remember the name of it, but it was basically saying that whoever we are and the things that we desire are desires that God put inside of us. I'm not saying that God said go out here and be gossip mongers. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that the girly gossip girl things are not abnormal for a girl. It's not abnormal for girls to gossip or, you know, sit and dish and do girl talk. It's not abnormal. Each one of us likes to do it.
That's why we are as women.
That's why we're here.
I think it's the intent and the tone of the gospel.
And the delivery.
Good or bad.
Yes.
Because if you know that Susan said, I'm HIV positive, I'm trusting you as a friend, and then you call and say, hey, I got some tea. Well, Susan just told me she HIV. That's not gossip.
That's not gossip.
Malicious.
That is
foolishness.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, because there are, but
That's
there's
not
boundaries
cool.
in everything.
Yeah.
You know, there's boundaries, there's code to everything.
Mhm.
But the reason why I brought it up is because I see that a lot of men are trying to emasculate us and try to make us like men. We are women, so we gossip. We are women.
They do it too. They gossip more than
But it ain't
women.
normal for them.
Right.
They do it more.
And they got the nerve to try to critique us for gossiping. And also, when I think about like all the posts you see about men criticizing women for makeup, men criticizing women, calling us bougie because we like nice things, those are feminine traits. We're supposed to.
We're women.
You know what?
And that's the point that I want to make.
Talking on the phone all day. These dudes be talking on the phone all day to they dudes.
Wherever they go.
What the hell? Who started this? Why do you do this?
And let's see your manager and he's sending you a check, baby. What you want?
He's his manager. Because
Literally
I can't
manager,
understand
because they
why. Who started this? Who said this was okay?
But also men who want to talk on the phone to you all day.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem.
They don't have nothing to do.
That's a
nothing wrong
problem
with
for
that.
me because
I don't know about
it's a
that.
problem for me because I got stuff to do.
Right.
I cannot sit on the phone with you all
Right.
day.
Right.
And what we talking about?
Nothing. I'm not doing
Put
that.
my phone
making
in my
me
ear
$80?
and put this right here, and then I'm gonna do my work while I talk to my boo.
No.
I ain't got time for that, baby.
Let me call you back.
I'll see you. I'll see you.
Distraction.
What we
Let
talking
me
about?
call you back. Silent.
Right. Do not
Here,
disturb.
I ain't gonna tell you. What was you doing for me?
I'll be back.
Right.
Much needed me.
Thank
But you know,
you.
statistics say that women use how many? 75% more words than men, and on a regular basis.
I agree.
Yeah.
The point I'm making is, I think that it's sad that men try to turn us into them and don't understand we are made different. We gonna talk a lot. I can meet somebody in a grocery store, girl, and if she got the same hair or whatever, we meet. We telling each other our whole business. I don't even know you. But she be like, oh, my son did the same thing, girl. Let me tell you what his dad did. And before you know, we know everybody's business, and we ain't gotta follow you. Okay, bye, girl. You know, I hope to see you here again.
Mhm.
That's just our nature.
Right.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So I just don't want women to feel bad about it because it's something that we do. It's nothing wrong with it.
And there's a difference between gossip and being messy. There's a difference. You know, I do like to gossip, but that doesn't mean that I'm out here being messy and I'm telling everybody.
Tell us the differences that you see.
The differences that I see is, for one, the intent. If you're going out here telling other people's business to be mean or to be malicious or whatever, that is absolutely being messy. If you're gossiping with one of your friends and it's just you and that friend and it's nothing else and it's not going further, then that's gossip. The reason I had to say that is because I had this one guy and he like tormented me for like 2 years, told me that I was messy because he was being ugly to his girlfriend, and it was everybody could see him being ugly to the girlfriend. And I called the girlfriend. I was like, you don't have to put up with that from him. Oh, you messy. You in my business. And people have to understand that it's not, if you're telling someone the truth about something that is common knowledge, that does not make you messy.
Yeah, that's not messy.
And that's it. It's that you don't like the
I think
truth.
it's only mess when you know that you told somebody something that you don't want anybody else to get out because you know you lying in the first place.
That too.
That's the main
when
one.
they say you being messy because what they told you that they didn't want them to, I don't want you to, Tanisha, to know that I told you this, but I'm gonna tell you. But then when you go back and tell her, you being messy. Why? Because you just said something that I didn't really want her to know.
I think that's the difference.
That's the
I
main.
agree with you. The difference between good gossip and bad gossip is one when you lying.
That's right.
When you lying, you know you wrong. Don't lie on nobody.
Yep.
Because you don't want this person to like them, so I'm gonna tell you a lie that she did, so you won't like her no more.
And we have that so bad. We recruit people to not like people because we don't like them. And the only thing that you all have in common is that you don't like me.
You don't
And then half the time you don't
Yeah,
even know
you don't
why
even have a reason. You don't even have a
know why
reason.
You don't like me. You don't like me because sister girl said that I did such and such when I really didn't do such and such. But sister girl was in her feelings because I had something such and such and she didn't have it.
Or really, sister girl heard I did and don't know me from Adam and just repeating what she heard. So now she don't like me based on the rumor, and now I'm gonna spread the rumor, and now none of us don't like you because we heard the rumor. But we don't know you.
We still
We don't know
don't
the
know.
other person either, but we heard it.
This sounds like a call.
But you know what I think? I think
That's what that sounds like for real.
for most of us who grew up around old people, we know the difference between good and bad gossip.
Yeah.
Because old people gossip a lot.
Yes.
The things they didn't do, was laugh at people downfall. They didn't do that.
Mhm.
Like if you brought me something about somebody that we all know in common and she failed at some old girl, her business burned down or something, we wouldn't not sit. They weren't gonna sit around and laugh about that. They'd be like, "Oh, I don't like her, but what can we do to help her?"
Yeah, they gonna try to
Oh,
help.
her business burned down. Oh, girl, I don't even like her, but what do we need? And I feel like that's the difference that we need to bring back.
Mhm.
That's
Like,
true.
don't laugh at nobody's failure unless you're going to help them.
Yep.
Or when you're talking about somebody's business, what is your reason? Like when Lisa and I know people that have been murdered due to domestic violence. I'm sure we all do. But that's an instance where you should tell what's going on.
That's right.
Right.
You should say they're not in a healthy relationship because what people don't understand, if they coming around you, whoever tormenting them could be coming around you too, and you don't even know.
Yep.
Right.
That's how a lot of innocent bystanders get killed.
Victims by association. He
Yeah.
coming there to kill the wife, but you sitting there.
Right.
And in business wise, because you're in business with someone who is whatever, and that can affect your business because you're associating with that person who is pinpointed to be,
Victim.
said villain.
Right.
And
Trump
your whole
advertising.
business is about protecting people from said villains, but you're doing business with this villain. That's something that needs to be addressed. You need
Yeah.
to know that. You need to not put your own business and other people that you may help at risk because of you associating with this person.
Like the American Cancer Society, who invest actively in cancer causing foods and things like that, and they ask them for a comment and they refuse.
And
to
Red
comment
Cross,
on it.
Red Cross.
Red Cross as well.
Yes.
I mean, that's kind of leading me to the reason why I brought this up. Because I think a lot of people don't understand the origin of gossip in the Black community was to keep us all safe. They used to get around the gossip to talk about who was trying to lynch who broke into somebody's house. This organization really ain't for us. That organization ain't for us. That master don't like us. So it's an origin to this. And I think we need to take it back to that.
Right.
Because if I'm trying to keep you safe, I will tell you, girl, that girl ain't your friend.
Right.
She all around town talking about you or whatever. But it ain't to make you feel some type of way and want to fight her. It's for you to stay safe.
Right.
And I think if we get back to that, we can have some good gossip sessions.
Absolutely.
Just like
I'm
talking
for it.
about Safari and Erica Mina. We talking about that is a learning experience for us. Because that means the next time you face with a Safari type dude, you're gonna think about, okay, we talked about this on Black Coffee
Yeah.
situation.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a purpose for it.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad that you said that because I have been made to feel bad about gossip for a long time. But I own it like I'm a gossip. It is what it is. And I don't even say anything about it anymore. But one thing I do not do is set out to hurt people. One thing I do not do is set out to destroy people, say things untrue about people. I don't do those things.
I feel like as long as you're not lying on people and tearing people down, I think any type of information you can give is good. Because how many people have died or been killed or committed suicide and everybody's saying, oh, I didn't even know.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know they were sad. Or I didn't know they were struggling. But somebody knew
Right.
and didn't say nothing.
Right. And I feel like you're just as guilty if you don't. You don't say nothing and you knew, you're just as guilty.
I don't know about you.
So what about the people that feel like it's okay being in the company of other people who gossip and like the friendship thing, the boundary friendship? I saw something like that being posted on social media, like Shanette and I are good friends. So if you don't like Shanette, don't talk to me. That's my perspective.
That's
I mean
childish.
that. If this is my friend and you have any issue with my friend that you cannot resolve, I am not your friend.
But I
Because
think that's
I don't
still
want you to
rooted.
sit up and be around with that gossip. And
I'm with you.
I'm with
I'm
you.
with you. I'm with you. I'm with you
But
to a
some
certain
people
extent,
say
though.
that.
I'm with you to a certain extent because I'm not gonna dictate your relationships with other people if they're not harming you and if they're not affecting you, life threatening, anything like that. It's okay. But just know I'm not gonna play behind that one.
So do you
I'm not
agree
gonna
with
play
that?
about them.
No, I agree. As I stated, and I'm gonna tell you why. So if Shanette and I are friends, and you don't like Shanette, it's not that I have a problem with you, but I'm not gonna engage with you at all. I'm gonna continue to engage with my good friend. Why? Because I'm gonna support my friend.
But you know what? I
And
think
don't
that's
really
rooted.
know,
I think that's rooted in protection because you're trying to protect your friend. I agree with you. And the reason why I agree with you is because, it's a long story, but the reason why I agree with you is because some people feel like it's okay. Well, I ain't got no problem with her, so I'm gonna still hang around her. just because she got a problem with you. The reason why I don't think it's okay is because those people will gain and try to glean information about the friend they don't like.
Yep.
And
Alternative. They have
pop another
alternative
birthday,
motives.
and it's a safety issue for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you don't like my friend, and if I already seen you try to sabotage her or try to stab her in the back or whatever, I don't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah,
Because I have to protect my friend.
Well, I agree to an extent. As far as definitely business wise, I'm friends with everybody. I don't care who you like and who you don't like. I don't care. I'm friends with everybody. But if I hear you, saying things about my friend and you're being toxic about my friend, then I will break that off. But just because you don't like Lisa, I'm not gonna stop being your friend, and I'm not gonna stop being Lisa's friend. But when the second that you start talking about Lisa to me, or I hear you talking about Lisa, then I will cut that off. Now, and vice versa.
I feel, yeah.
I
Okay.
disagree only because the definition of friend is different for me.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't my friend.
Right.
I can associate with people, but you don't get that friend type.
Everybody is not my friend, so that's why I said I agree with you to a certain extent.
How can you invite your friends to your wedding? How can you do group activities with friends if you got this one friend that got a problem with you? It's a good friend,
Right? That's why I said I agree with you to a certain extent, because I have best friends as well, and you're not about to play about them. Period. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. It ain't going down. What you want to do? That's just what that is. You can call it childish. You can call it childish or whatever, but I don't know if you have alternative motives.
Loyalty, and I don't think.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is though, because with your friend, you have to know your friend.
Right.
You have to be accountable
and
for your friend.
a regular
friend might be out here being messy and picking fights with people, and that's why they don't like her.
A regular bitch.
Your choices of friends.
A regular person. Hey, I'm not gonna block you. Y'all able to talk and communicate however y'all please, but certain people you just don't. We're not gonna do that.
Because I think we all got different definitions of friends.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I can associate, like you say, everybody ain't not my friend.
Nope.
Everybody, I'm not even look at you like that.
No.
If I don't know you like that, no. And you may think you're my friend.
Well, I mean, I'm
she's childish, but you're not.
It's a true statement,
and she means it. She means it.
It's only certain people, and I can count on maybe one hand that I really consider a friend.
One hand.
Everybody else, we associate with each other, but I am big on loyalty.
Yeah.
If you done lied on my friend, you done talked about my friend like a dog, don't come in my face.
Yeah, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Different
at all. And especially if you done mess with somebody my friend used to be with, and especially
it's messy. It's just so messy.
We ain't got no business.
It's so messy. It's just so messy.
People are not. Well, I don't like her because such and such, and it's not no bad words being said between each other.
But they don't like each other.
That's only because you everybody friend.
But that's dumb.
And you're a little different. I can't be everybody friend.
I can't either.
I'm not.
I'm a different.
I'm not for everybody.
That's
the thing. I'm not for everybody. Me
right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to be forced into a position where I have to mediate the mess. And at the end of the day, if things start getting thrown around, I'm going to mess the room up, and it's not going to be behind you. It's going to be behind my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I call people friend loosely, because if you're my friend, that means I can confide in you. I can trust you. I can depend on you. I can have you around my family and my kids, things and relationships with people that are near and dear that I protect for my life.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got a problem with those people,
it's a problem.
You don't really have anything to discuss.
It's a problem.
But do you think, and this is my opinion, I don't think a lot of people are told how to be a friend or taught how to be a friend. They think if we know each other, we friends.
No, that's not how that works.
See, I teach my kids, if they have a little friend they play with or whatever, and it's some altercation, I say, you don't do that to a friend. Yeah. Now, how you feel about this person? You really like them, you like spending time with them, you feel like they got your back, yeah, you don't do that. That's your friend.
Right.
Now, if it's just somebody you halfway know, y'all see each other now and then, that's not your friend anyway.
Yeah.
This is an associate.
Right. I had to teach my son that too.
But I think as grown women, how many women really know how to be a friend?
Not very many.
Not a lot. Not a lot.
That's true. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
And I spoke on that because I've had a friendship for over 25 years. And that person can sit and kiki in the face with somebody that they know we don't have we've thrown hands.
Oh no, that's completely
so
no.
I'm trying to understand.
Right. Once hands are strong, you
that's
you better
it.
be watching out for my hands.
Yeah.
If you do hands with my friend,
Yeah.
oh no, we can't talk to each
And the
other.
person
at all.
just had bad things to say. They're jealous of me.
No.
They had all this little,
Oh,
but you can still feel comfortable going out to eat and hanging out with the person. I don't feel comfortable. And when I told the person that I cannot hang with you no more because I don't trust you and I don't trust your motive because you deal with people that you know I got a problem with and they got a problem with me. Where are you at in the situation?
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
No.
I might have to put hands on you next because I don't know where y'all at with.
See, I learned that
I don't know
very
if we get into it,
yeah.
you're gonna have her back on mine.
Right.
I don't know.
That's
I don't know.
right.
I don't know.
I learned that in the 4th grade. One of my friends came and got me, and she was like, "Girl, we're gonna walk home today. We're not catching the bus." And I was like, "Okay, cool. I mean, it's a longer walk, but I'm with it. Let's walk home." And she was like, "So come to the bathroom with me real quick." I said, "Okay." Got to the bathroom. There's 4 other girls down there taking off rings and stuff. Talking about, "Yeah, but you think you cute?" 4th grade. I was like, I took off. I just ran.
So she set you up.
Now I looked at my friend like, really?
I would have beat her
But I
up.
learned at a very early
Yeah.
age
Yeah,
that
she
you
came to the
cannot
bathroom.
get
I would've got
anybody
her ass.
title
Yeah.
of your friend.
I'm like that too.
Because what I learned since I moved to Texas, and no shade on Houston, but Houston is different. But I learned since I moved to Texas, people cannot stand you and to start hanging around you, try to be a part of your business, try to be your
And don't even know
friend,
you.
and cannot
Mhm.
stand your
Yeah.
ass. Why?
I
So they
found
go tell your business.
I
Oh
found
yeah,
that.
I heard she blah blah. And guess what? She blah blah.
And they're gonna add stuff too
And they definitely ask stuff.
and destroy
The thing
you.
is, why would you waste your time? hanging around
That's
somebody
why I
else?
be to myself. Everybody is not your friend. You learn that at a young age. You have to remember that. You can't forget it. Everybody is not your
Everybody
friend.
is not your friend, and everybody is not your partner.
Mm-mm.
But I would like to see
Rest in
more
peace, Mom
Black
3.
women be true friends to each other. I would
Mhm.
love to see that because I think that's where our community started breaking down when we didn't have each other's back no more.
That's right.
Yeah,
When
that's-
if your man could come over to my house and I know he your man and try to sleep with me, once we start letting that slip, everything goes by the wayside.
But see-
because the families is broken up, the kids looking at, oh, I seen him at, you know, it just
Right.
messed everything up.
But
We
that's
used
a
to
whole
code.
different. That's a whole different subject. Cause you ain't my friend if I got to question you sleeping with my man.
But what
That's a
point-
whole
the
nother
point I'm
thing.
making is that would never happen. before.
Mm-hmm.
He know better than even
Period.
try me,
Right.
Yeah.
because we friends.
Mhm.
But now they done peeped the situation. Oh, they're not real friends,
Mm-hmm.
so I could try her.
Absolutely.
And,
And they
it
know.
shouldn't be that
Yep.
way.
And the men know. They know.
They see it.
But I'm gonna tell you something else. Sometimes these men that are for you will tell you, that chick ain't your friend.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
And they do know.
Yep.
They
hard
do
to
know.
They know. Yeah, it's really hard to hear.
Hear it, you be like, oh, you sure?
But
I
it's
can see
true.
that.
Yep.
But it's true.
Yep.
But I saw it.
It be true.
I done been
But
there.
I seen what do you like to see now. She's not your friend.
Mhm.
But that's the kind of friend I am. And Jamie and I are, I'll say friend. That ain't, let me tell you what I saw. and she might not like it. She'd be like, well, no. I said, let me finish. Let me tell you what it really is. Because I'm seeing it with a different set of eyes.
Mhm.
When you're on the outside, but it's hard to hear when you like, but that's not,
Especially when you love the person that's your friend.
right.
It's hard. I mean, trust me, I have been there with one particular
My
person
grandmother used to tell
for
me that.
years.
Yeah, my grandmother.
Several people have told me that girl do not like you,
Right.
and I be like, "That's my friend, though. I've been knowing her." Okay,
That ain't your friend
My
now.
friend.
Track me down from childhood on social media to hang out, and I love the fact that you have your career and your education, and you do so much. You live life. I love your home, and really on the cool, you want all of it.
That's what it sounds
Now
like.
that one right there is
Literally.
scary.
Literally, you do, and I'm gonna tell you
Oh,
why.
sis.
Because you
Mhm.
make, and Shanetta can attest to this because she's been in the conversations where I had to really cut you off at the knees because you really made some inappropriate statements about my man. Not that it's but it's some. I'm a loyal friend, and I'm a down to the bottom of the ground friend behind mine. You're not gonna be disrespectful. You ain't gonna do no snake stuff around my friends.
And that's
she-
the sad part. That's
Oh,
scary.
he is. And we invited her, Shanetta and I, to go have drinks. Well, why are the men talking to her? Why ain't nobody come talking? I know all these guys personally over years. I've been knowing these guys for years. I know the owner of this establishment for years. Why are you concerning yourself with people that's coming to say hello?
But first of all, even if
Why
I
you
didn't know
feel
for
threatened
years,
by
baby,
that?
you just in the
What difference does it make? What difference does it make?
Why is it? But why would it
But
be
it's
any
a difference.
competition? It's because you're not my friend. Generally,
that
my
part?
friend.
Because if you're my friend, you like, oh,
We
look
not
at my friend.
competing.
All these
That's
men are
right.
her.
Y'all best friends.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, that's
Steady
me.
coming your
That
way.
part. That's the part.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the
The
part I
drinks
say.
steady coming your way. You ain't have to pay for nothing all night.
But I think that is something that
What's the
either
problem?
people have or
What
they
you mad
don't.
for?
Right.
See, that's what we gotta learn because we feel like we could teach loyalty. I don't believe
You
that.
can't
I
teach
think
loyalty,
you
darling.
have
You
it,
can't teach
or
that.
you
It's
don't.
innate.
You
It's
can't
innate.
teach that.
Yes, and when you see a
You
person
can't
ain't
teach
loyal, you
that.
gotta dismiss them
That's
from your
right.
camp.
As I
You
did.
cannot have them people around because they'll bring you down.
That's right.
Mhm.
They
And that's
will.
it's a hard lesson sometimes.
It's hard because you
It's a
don't
hard
want
lesson.
to.
Yeah, it's a hard pill to
Because for
swallow.
whatever reason you like them or love them or whatever.
Exactly. And
But
and
somebody
for
else-
me,
yeah, but somebody else sees the real writing.
right?
And sometimes you see it too. It's just hard to accept.
You don't want to open your eyes.
You're
You
in
don't wanna-
denial.
Unless you
Denial.
think you could teach.
Yes.
My thing is, I feel like you
Yes.
could teach. Oh, why would you say that? Don't say that.
That's
say
it.
This.
That's it.
And then
Exactly.
you think you gotta
Yes.
realize they saying that because they don't like you.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah.
they're not your friend.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, y'all.
That was
that's a hard
just
pill to swallow.
it.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
It's a really big hard. It's a very hard pill to swallow, and I know for a fact that it is because that's something that I had to learn, and I need to learn to be better with my words. When I say everybody's my friend, I'm friendly to everyone. I don't have an animosity towards anyone. I might feel a certain type of way about somebody or something that they did and be like, stick my lip out or whatever. But I don't have animosity to anyone, and I don't feel that I should not be friendly or cordial to anyone for any reason that was not done directly to me. And that's why I say what I say. But if I have a friend and this friend, I've heard them say something about you, and I heard you put your hands on this friend. No, that's not my friend. And no, I can't. I don't want no dealings with you. But if it's just a little spat that, I don't like her. She went to my braid lady or whatever. And these are the situations that have happened.
Wow.
Well, she went to my braid lady, so I don't like her. I'm not gonna not be her
That's
friend
what
or
I'm
be
saying.
nice to her because y'all went to the same braid lady. I'm not gonna do that. So that's what I mean when I say that. Now, if I heard somebody talk about my friend, then no, I can't be in your presence anymore. And I'm going to tell you about what you said about my friend because
Right.
that's my friend. And if you threw hands with my friend, then don't try to come and say, we can say hello.
We're not even say hello.
That's not a question.
We're not even gonna say hello.
Well, if I'm
we might say hello.
If I'm having a business event, I'm going to say hello, but that's it.
Ain't no words being said.
Yeah, I don't do that. No, and you can't mess with my friends. You can't mess with my man. You can't mess with my children, and you cannot mess with my money.
Right. Well, my family rode with tennis shoes in the car.
Okay.
Just saying.
Here.
Like we are one for all and all for one.
Well, I
You
don't
standing in
fight, but
Sometimes it's necessary.
if somebody puts their hands on me, I do defend myself, but I do not fight for a reason. You know,
Well,
a
I
lot
mean,
of
we
people
don't never-
say,
sometimes you don't have a reason.
oh, you scary, oh, you don't like. But I was taught that fighting is not ladylike, and I don't do that for that reason. But also, if I'm going to fight you, if I'm mad enough to fight you, I don't know what I'm gonna do to you.
Well, I agree that fighting is not ladylike, and I'm definitely 100% lady.
It's necessary.
But however, it's
Sometimes a person deserves that.
that.
Sometimes a person deserves that. Sometimes you just might deserve to get your ass whooped.
My freedom,
Because
I don't know what I'm doing.
like the Lord and think about it later on.
Mhm.
Take this blessing. Go on and take this blessing.
It's gonna help you regroup real
It's going to
fast.
help you.
I don't like Harris
Mustard
County,
up the
so-
It's going to help
You
you.
open up your mouth to say something, you get all of that. Now you gonna get that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because sometimes it's a blessing to get your ass beat.
Mm-hmm.
If you needed it.
And
If you needed it, yeah, you
gonna
change your mind. You're gonna have a change of heart real fast.
Well, when I was younger, I had a god sister, and she would fight with the best of them.
Girl.
She was about Jamie's height, and she was feisty, baby. She man, boy, girl or boy, she didn't care. She was gonna throw them hands, and
Everybody
these
ain't a
girls-
friend like that.
baby, let me tell you something.
I think everybody has a
It
friend
was
like
two
that.
Yes.
girls trying to fight her, and I said, "Well, you gonna try to fight both of them?" She said, "I'm gonna do what I need to do." So she went to one of her friends' house and got some rings, and
Brass
put rings on
knuckles.
all the hands, and beat the girl up in her yard.
Jesus.
No.
And that's bold when you beat up in the front yard.
Oh my
Those
God.
was the good old days.
That was a good day.
Beat somebody ass.
But you might have deserved that.
They did. They had been bullying her. And so
Yeah.
She put on the rings and she went to town.
And start dogging her.
And
That's
then
what
my
you're
mama
supposed
got
to
the
do.
phone call and I was like, well, what happened?
Now
And
they
I already knew what happened. I said,
Oh,
oh, she got in trouble. So she was on suspension.
She did that. She did that.
I had one friend. She was tall and big. We played volleyball together, and I wasn't no pushover myself. But I ain't gonna fight two people. But my friend Angie, she'll fight a mob, baby. So I would never forget. Somebody tried to jump me on the bus. And you know how them long bus rides. We was going to a suburban school. It was a long bus ride, and they was like, "Yeah, we finna get her as soon as the bus take off." So I'm in the front of the bus, like, "Jesus, keep me in the cross." I know I'm gonna get my ass beat. Here come Angie. Hold on, bus driver. She got on the bus, and I looked in the back. Yeah. I was just like, okay, I'm good. And she walked up in the bus like, who's trying to fight my friend? Who said they're gonna fight my friend? Ain't nobody said they was gonna fight her. I was like,
lies you tell.
And
the first one to say ain't nobody said nothing.
When I got jumped in high school.
Baby, I took care of Angie. Anytime she needed lunch at school, I'd be like, girl, is she on my bill? Okay.
I got you.
I paid for her lunch, girl. I took care of her.
Yeah,
Everybody need a friend that got your back like that.
I was.
Absolutely.
I was Angie a couple times too.
My bus ride didn't sound like that. I wasn't sitting on the bus rocking. A bitch threw a paper ball at my head, and she was underneath the seat crawling, and they didn't stop the bus, so we don't run.
Your mama got that phone call. She can't ride the bus.
She can't ride. She on the bus for a week.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay. Now I gotta take your ass to school.
Every day. I gotta take
I'm
you
big
to school
mad.
every day because you don't know how to act.
Yes.
I did that on my baby bus. I was up at 6:30. I had my bunny on. I was half asleep. I said, they messing with him on the bus. She stopped the bus. She said, who on here messing with AJ? Y'all know it's cameras on here. Smooth ride. Ever since. Don't play with mine.
Those are my kids. My kids are y'all. Like my kids are little Lily. She's a thug. She like would beat people up. Because, my son, he has special needs, and the kids would mess with him. This one kid, and I know it's ugly, but I called him Petty Wop because he was messing with my son, and he had like a little patch on his eye or whatever. But he was messing with my son and kept messing with him and had my son jumped. When he got off the bus after school, they waited around a corner because they knew where we lived. They waited around the corner, and when he hit that corner, they jumped my son. My son is like the Incredible Hulk. When you get him upset and up to here, the green guy comes out and you can't get him back in. Now he was upset, but my daughter, he got him. He had maybe a scratch on him. He got him, but my daughter went to school the next day. Who was messing with my brother?
Wow.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Oh,
when
wow.
she went and got the voice that was just on YouTube. It is because you know at high school they do that. They
Thank God it
record all
wasn't no
that stuff.
YouTube back in my day.
Oh.
I know.
YouTube would be a million bazillion likes.
I would have been.
We would have been famous.
And then those who get on
We would have been with viral.
my son, because my son he don't pay attention to nothing. He got his earphones and he just walking doing him.
Right.
And on YouTube I watched them film my son, and they put a caption. He ain't paying no attention, and he just walking, and it's a picture of him like going back and forth, just him walking and just don't know nothing. He was walking through a proposal, and so I guess they were mad because he did that, and they captioned him. My daughter went to the school, and it's a YouTube of her. Oh, you was messing with my brother, and he was like, she made him delete the video of him walking. She was like, don't record my brother if he didn't tell you that you could record him. Now, do they fight like cats and dogs? Absolutely, but Lily, don't mess with her sister or her brother.
That's loyalty.
Period.
That's how we should all be about our family and friends.
I feel like she their mama sometimes, like for real. She acts a nut about them.
Yeah, you're supposed to. That's what like Lisa said, family and real friends.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that.
Real
Friends, because there are some fake ones like we said, no time for fake ones.
Just sip some Cristal.
With the
Okay.
real ones,
Tell
yeah.
us about the Boss Up Boot Camp so we can wrap up.
Yeah, the Basa Boot Camp. Let me tell you, when I tell you, you will walk into this in this building not knowing or not being sure or not being at the place that you want to be in your business. But when you walk out, you will be so ready to implement what you learn. The energy, amazing. The atmosphere, exciting. The knowledge, priceless. It is September the 18th at the Reverse It Event Center. It's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It does include lunch. We have general admission beginning at $50. We have vendor tables. I have 6 left. 6 vendor tables left. They're $75, and they include general admission and lunch, and then you get tables to put your merchandise. You don't have to bring a table, just bring you and your merch. We also have Boss Up registration for $100, which includes the conference registration, lunch, attending the vendor show, as well as a consultation that you can schedule at any time with Lisa the Boss Lady.
And you can get all the information at
LisaTheBossLady.com. That's LYSATHABOSSLADY.com.
And we'll see you guys next week with Black Coffee with the
Side of tea.
Are you looking for ways to take your business to the next level? Well, Houston, we have a solution. The Boss Up Boot Camp is here to help you level up. Join Lisa the Boss Lady and her amazing roster of speakers that will give you the inside scoop on turning your side hustle into multiple streams of income. This is your year to level up, but don't delay. Register now before it's sold out. Visit www.lisathebosslady.com to register for this event and for more information. That's Lisa, LYSATHA bosslady.com. Remember, you got to be in it to win it. So register today and don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you. Now that the world is opening up again, we're all planning events and get-togethers, but choosing the right caterer for your event can be a full-time job. Don't stress, just contact Jet Catering Services and they will take care of all your needs and allow you to focus on your guests. No matter the occasion or budget, Jet Catering Services can make your event memorable and your guests will be amazed. Visit www.jetcateringservice.com for more information and tell them Stunner Radio sent you.